God darn it. Battery went dead on me. That's that. Yep. Yeah, as y'all can see, the battery went dead. So I don't even know if they gonna say that part. So my fault for everybody that dropped off. Battery literally went dead. And I don't know why I didn't bring the charger in here. This is my office, and I didn't even bring the charger in here. So I wasn't thinking about it. So now that probably ain't gonna even be saved. I would have to do that all over again. So maybe it was just meant for those who was watching to see it. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all that again. But for those of you who witnessed it, what you saw was in part 1 of the company you keep, we was dealing with the spirit of envy. We showed how it cannot be tolerated. We showed how it was the downfall of Saul. We show how it was trying to take David out to the point where David had to call upon the Most High, to protect him from this envious spirit that Saul and other people had around him. I was also going to also show that how the people who are envious with this spirit actually feel sick. Like, it may not bother you that somebody envy you, but it bothers them. Like, they literally feel sick when they got this envy. They got to do something about it. They want what you get, right? Yeah, I'm back. I just hate that I don't think that other part going to be saved because the battery went completely dead. You know, they usually ask you the option to save it or not. All praises to the Most High, Blackstone. And so, yeah, I don't know what just happened. It's all type of freaky stuff happening now. So, yeah, if y'all synced it, Shalom, Gabrielle. Shalom, who is that? Ahaya. Shalom, Ahaya be praised. So, yeah, man, I showed before the battery went dead, I was showing how the spirit of envy cannot be tolerated. How it tried to take out David. It consumed Saul. You need to not have those type of people in your counsel. You need to not, you need to do a wicked check on your friends and on yourself. And also gonna show how that's the exact same spirit they had when they killed Christ. And it was interesting when I read the Psalms 18, 1-7, which lined up with what David was reciting in 2 Samuel 22, 1-7. But if you read after that, you'll see where it connects with when Christ died, you know what I'm saying, when he was on the cross and the Father put his foot on the cloud, right? And so all this was because of the spirit of envy. So I'm going to close out this last part. For those of you who didn't see it, I pray somehow that it was saved and y'all could go back and watch it because the battery went dead on me. So that's my apologies. And like I was kind of like really in the spirit on that one too. So I just want to read this real quick. This Matthew 27, just to confirm. Now think about it. If David couldn't handle the spirit of envy, you know what I'm saying? It was trying to kill him. It consumed Saul. And then it tell you how it's people who envious, man. Like they get sick that they hate they ain't got what you get, and covetousness and all that type of stuff. Now let's see who else it has something to do with killing. So this Matthew 27, and I'll pick it up at verse 1. It say, when the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Jesus to put him to death. And when they had bound him, They led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? Like, we don't care. We just want him dead. It says, see thou to that. It says, and he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. So he went and just murked himself, but it's too late for that player. That ain't gonna help you. You definitely through. Verse 6, and the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, it is not lawful but to put them into the treasury because it is the price of the blood. And they took, that's crazy. Now they'll keep that part of it, but you already getting an innocent man killed. And they took counsel and bought with them the potter's field to bury the strangers in. Wherefore the field was called the field of blood unto this day. There was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, and they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of them which was value, whom they of the children of Israel did value, and they gave them for the potter's field of the Lord appointed. Now, let's get to this, the main part. Skip down to verse 11. It says, and Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, art thou the king of the Jews? Now, ain't this funny? Because when we was reading 2 Samuel, we know that thing was going on between King Saul, and, to be King David, right? He had that spirit of envy on him, wanting to kill David. And of course, he had a whole army with him. And he had people that was loyal to Saul, like he had people that was loyal to David. And David had to pray about, he had to call to the Lord for help about this situation, right? It says, and Jesus said unto him, thou sayest. And when he was accused of the chief priests and the elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, hearest thou now how many things they witnessed against thee? And he answered him to never a word. And so much that the governor marveled greatly. So Christ up there, they hit him with all these accusations just to get him killed. And Pilate like, man, you ain't gonna say nothing, because he kind of knew like these cats lying. They just want you dead. And Christ was like, it is what it is. He ain't say nothing. So, that made Pilate marvel. Like, man, what type of dude is this? So it says, then Pilate said unto him, hearest thou now how many things thy witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Now at that feast, the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would. It says, so they was giving them a choice. Who you want? I'll give y'all one of these prisoners. They can go free. We won't kill them, right? And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas, right? Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, who will ye that I release unto you? So who y'all want me to let go, man? We got this notorious cat right here. We got this dude who looked real innocent, but it's possible he's the king of the Jews, right? It says, Barabbas or Jesus, which is called Christ. It says, for he knew that for envy they had delivered him. So he knew it. Pilate knew it. He was like, man, these cats just envious of this cat Christ, man. When he ain't even did nothing, they just envy him. They hate him because they ain't him. So he knew it. He was like, man, I know it, man. Like, why y'all won't, let this man up off of here instead of this cat, right? Verse 19. When he was sat down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. So his wife was having dreams. About Christ. Like, man, that dude right there, man, this is terrible, because like I've had dreams and all type of stuff, right? But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Jesus. So they pressured on this. Why? Because we just read they had the spirit of envy on them, right? It says, the governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said Barabbas. So he asked him again, which of these two or the twain they'll be released unto you, man? Like, come on, seriously? Like, y'all gonna really kill this dude? And they said, man, look, give us Barabbas, right? Pilate saith unto them, what shall I do then with Jesus Christ, which is called Christ? He said, they all say unto him, let him be crucified. And then the last verse, 23, it says, and the governor said, why? What evil have he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. So the man ain't do nothing wrong. It was the spirit of envy on the chief Pharisees and them. And they wanted him dead. So if that spirit killed Christ, overtook David, consumed Saul, you know what I'm saying? And it tell you how strong it is, who you think you are. You can't have people around you that got that type of spirit on. And just to give you a second witness, let me go to Mark right here, just so you see it again, so you know it was all due to envy. It was all due to envy, man. That's what they killed Mashiach for envy, man. Straight up envy. That's crazy. Mark 15. Of course, there was a lot of other stuff combined with that too, but we see envy was the spirit driving. So this Mark 15:7, it says, and there was one named Barabbas, which lay bound with them, that he made insurrection with them, who had committed murder in the insurrection. So this was the charges he had, right? And the multitude crying aloud began to desire him to do as he had ever done unto them. So this was a custom when they would release people during the feast, right? But Pilate answered them, saying, will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews? For he knew that the chief priests had delivered him for envy. You see that? So we ain't got to read it all over again, but it was the spirit of envy that was on them when they killed our Mashiach Christ. So if that spirit killed him, you definitely can't have nobody like that in your circle. Yeah, man, I'm back, man, but I think that other live feed might be lost. You know what I'm saying? We was getting down in there too, wasn't we, man? And I'm kind of burnt out now, so I definitely can't do that all over again. Let's just pray it might pop back up. Yeah, Saul was a super hater. And it's crazy because Saul actually used to have the Holy Spirit on him. He had the Holy Spirit on him. Go back and read his life. He had the Holy Spirit on him. And he went bad, Joe. It just got worse and worse. The Most High snatched that joint off and gave him a bogus spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just so he could kill him. You know what I'm saying? He wound up killing himself, though. But, yeah, man. So, oh, man, you liked that debate? A higher be praised and all praise to the Most High. Yeah, on that note, too, man. That's funny, man. On that note, too, I got 2 debates coming up. The playoffs is coming up in Solar Vision Debate League. I haven't been debating enough, so I have to get a few more debates in the last minute to make the playoffs. And, you know, and I got a loss on my record. And if y'all wondering how I got it, and y'all ain't never seen nobody beat me, it's but due to a technicality because I tried to reschedule at the last minute. And if you do that within 24 hours, the rules are you will get a technical L. So ain't nobody beat me if y'all see that, but that loss hurts though. It hurts in the record in the playoffs. So I got to go all the way out. I can't play with nobody. You know what I'm saying? However that turned out. But next Thursday, I believe it is next Thursday, 8 o'clock Central Time, Solar Vision Debate League. I have a debate against a Kemetic brother or African spiritualist. I'm not sure exactly which one he is. I think he kind of under the Kemetic persuasion. And the subject is, what is better for our people, the Holy Bible or African spirituality? We're going to see how this turns out. And then I got a real funny, shocking debate for y'all. That's coming right after that, that Saturday. So it's that Thursday night, I got the debate against the Kemetic brother. And that Saturday night, I have a debate against a Christian apologist, an urban apologist. Some of y'all might know him. You know, he not the big fish, but he's in the mix. And he been chumping to debate me and saying little stuff to about me for about the last 2 years, saying that he wanted to debate. You know, he actually used to say he didn't want to debate me. He said he wanted a discussion, but I don't talk to him too often because, for one, his voice is like really irritating to me. But y'all might know who it is, but I said the irritating voice. But yeah, this young kitten, you know, I'm gonna give him what he asked for since he just jumped in the division league. I think he literally just jumped in there just to try to debate me because he ain't making the playoffs. I don't even think he got 1 or 2 debates. So I'm gonna give him what he want. No, it ain't him. His voice actually more irritating than G-Man. You know what I'm saying? G-Man just sound like a white boy, but this cat like, and he say little stuff like, he real sarcastic. He says stuff like, well, I know you might not have read this, Mikael, or maybe you hadn't studied this. He'd do that long thing while you chopping up scriptures, killing his argument. He philosophized for like an hour straight with the most irritating voice. That's why I never really wanted to debate him, because he's irritating, but I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah. Anthony Savage just hit it too. Shalom, brother Anthony. Man, I hope you caught that first part, man. My battery went dead on me, man. We was getting it in too, man. Part 1 of the company you keep, Envy. It cut off. I hope it's gonna save. I don't know. It probably won't. That'd be sad. I guess it was just for those who synced it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let y'all know. So we trying to set that debate up for Saturday night. Good. You synced it. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, so I'm gonna debate a little urban apologist, man. Next Saturday night, not this Saturday, next Saturday, and next Thursday I'm debating the Kemetic. And like I say, man, shout out to my brother Dwight. He know who he is, man. Dwight, last name same as my government name. Shout out to my boy Anthony Savage. I'll be hitting you up tomorrow too. And just shout out, man. Thanks everybody for the support. I will be back. Yep. Yeah, that's him. That's him, Bastard. The one I made the video about last year. And I busted him up. It's on my channel, man. It just showed how, you know, how silly he was as far as what he didn't know. But, you know, I don't dislike the little dude, you know, as far as like personally. He just kind of irritating or whatever. So yeah, y'all go back and dig that old video up on my Hebrews in the Hood. I think it's like Shield Squad something. He got his picture right on there too, the dreadlocks. So he asking for it, so he gonna get it. And with that, man, I say grace and peace. I'll catch y'all next time. Share, subscribe, share, like, hit like, move it up to the top, do whatever you do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I put it all up on my wall. One Thursday night, next Thursday, not this Thursday, and the other one is Saturday night. All right, with that I say shalom, shalom, peace.